Hello Fracam here. So today I'm coming with the first impression on a house that I've been dying to try because they do unconventional and avant-garde type of perfume. And then after seeing the interview with Sebastian and then the owner Oliver, I was really impressed by how the concept of the theme around the house. And then luckily for me, they had a sale, really good pricing, where you could get a tester bottle for around $40. So I jumped at the opportunity there to give them a try. So without further ado, today we're going to be looking at 8 fragrances. I'm going to be testing them on paper strips. Later on, I'm going to be doing full wearing and then full reviews. But for now, I just want to get like a ballpark idea of what they smell like. So without further ado, we're going to start with Vinegar. Here goes the presentation. I don't have the full presentation, but the bottle do look nice. They do look like the Healy bottles here, and then the cap is just standard. Now let's get started with Vinegar. Okay, so like the name hints at, I do get a fresh breeze of fresh ginger with some sweetness attached to it that is coming from vanilla. Yeah, like a really good, nice, subtle, smooth ginger, fresh ginger accord that is not sneeze inducing. And a beautiful soft vanilla in the background. There's a light floral as well. I'm not sure what the floral is, but it does smell like a jasmine accord. And this is actually unique. I've not tried anything with a prominent ginger note like it is here. And it is well blended, smooth, airy. There are light woods in the background as well. So all the notes that I'm getting so far, fresh ginger, vanilla, a candied lemon, and a faint jasmine like a core is really well done. Smells awesome. This during summer high heat is going to be beautiful. So I'm going to let this dry and I'm going to monitor over time and then see what comes in the dry down. But so far this one is really nice. Next, we're looking at Vetiver. Again, same presentation here. I don't have the box. Again, a tester. So we're going to test this one. Vetiver, if you know me, I do not like Vetiver, but I'm hoping this one is good. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I do like this because the opening is not a bitter, bracing herbal Vetiver. At least what I'm getting so far. It's fresh. There's a powdery quality to it. So faint, slightly herbal Vetiver that is smooth, nothing bracing. But then I get something in the background that is slightly sweet, slightly dried fruit-like. Okay, now the fruity accord, the dried fruity accord that I was describing in the opening is smelling more and more like osmanthus. I did try, it did remind me of the osmanthus note in Jovoy Jus Interdit, where they're pairing osmanthus and sandalwood, I believe. The same characters here where I get like dried apricot-y, slightly green, a floral aspect to it. But the Vetiver, I don't know if I would call this a Vetiver fragrance per se, because this is really nice. You do get the Vetiver tone to it, the green, herbal, slightly medicinal feel, woody feel to the Vetiver, but it's not a bracing herbal touch. And is well complemented by that faint osmanthus character here. The contrast is beautiful. It doesn't seem like they're clashing actually. So it's really nice. So I can see myself definitely enjoying this one. Again, is not, if you love Vetiver, I don't think this one is going to be something that you will enjoy. But if you're open-minded and you're looking for something that has that Vetiver theme to it with something interesting, the osmanthus is actually really interesting here. Then I think this one is interesting so far. I think this is gonna do better on the skin. Right now, all I'm getting is the Vetiver, woody, slightly green herbal, with the osmanthus adding an apricot-y, floral, slightly sweet facet to it. Really nice. So next we're moving to Rosina. Like the name implies, this is going to be full of resins. So let's take a look at it. I have a friend that actually tried this a long time ago. We're chatting about this and he was not impressed by this. He did not like it. So I'm curious to see what he did not like here. Okay, right away I'm getting myrrh. That soft, sweet, resinous, slightly powdery sweetness that I get from the myrrh material that I use here. I'm getting it here. Maybe some vanilla or benzoin if it's that resin that he's using. So far what I'm getting is a powdery resinous accord, reminiscent of myrrh, some light green tinge to it in the background. There's something that smells almost plasticky. Not sure what the slightly plasticky feel is. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of tonka sweetness as well. So I'll have to give this one a little bit of time to figure out what it is. But so far, all I'm getting is a slightly powdery myrrh resinous accord, a little bit of sweetness coming from some tonka-like accord, and a light green, nothing herbal, but a light green touch in the background. And like a slightly like new plastic type of smell. From the keynotes that I'm getting, I don't see anything exceptional about this one. So we'll see what I get in the dry down. Moving on to the next one, we're looking at La Colonia, which is supposed to be a classic man's cologne, but with a twist, I guess. So we'll see how good this one is. Yep, it is a classic man's cologne. Okay, I do get some citruses, cedarwood, but the cedarwood here is really soft, nothing too woody. There's a green character here with floral notes, white floral notes in the background. The one thing that stands out here is that green quality, fresh. So mostly a green, fresh character, nothing herbal, nothing medicinal, more on the like vegetable type of greenness, along with soft woods in the background, and then some floral aspect in the background as well. Next, we're moving to Mousse 2. So let's give this one a try as well. Oh wow, okay. Okay, I'm getting definitely a lot of mint at the top. It's refreshing, but it's not bracing. It doesn't smell like toothpaste, so which is a good thing. Okay, lavender. So the coolness at the top is coming from an herbal lavender. Nothing sharp, which is good because I usually don't like lavender. Especially when it's not well used and is sharp. This one is really refined. The lavender has more of a aromatic herbal facet to it. And then that paired with the mint, you have an elevated mint, freshness here. I guess mousse. So I'm guessing maybe there's oak moss here. There's this quality, mossy quality to it as well. And then some woods. One of the main characters, and it's taking me a while to get which one, but I don't think I can guess exactly what it is, but there's a lot of aldehydes in here. Yeah, definitely aldehydes. I recently received a set of aldehyde materials that I'm getting acquainted with. I can't pinpoint exactly which aldehyde this one is, but it looks like it's a aldehyde that has like tones of like orangey tones. It has that ozonic, almost fizzy piercing character with an orange peel facet to it that is coming through this fragrance. Actually a lot of it here, you can smell that here. And then that paired with the mint, the lime, and then the herbal aromatic lavender here is just beautiful. And then some woods in the background. If you don't like aldehydes, then this one might be a bit much because that's all I'm getting right now. So we'll see in the dry down what comes up. Next, we're going with Carina Nebula 2. This one didn't come with a cap, so let's give it a try. Oh. Okay. Whew. Okay, wow. Damn. Whoa. Okay, so a lot of greens from the get-go. Whoa. Okay. This is definitely blackcurrant. I have an issue with blackcurrant because of that abrasive green quality that has almost like a, I don't want to say pissy vibe to it, but I do get that abrasive blackcurrant leaf like accord, something that smells almost like galbanum. Again, more greenness here. This is really unique, but I don't know if I can pull this off or enjoy this one. That blackcurrant is like front and center. If you like green medicinal blackcurrant leaves with the I don't want to say pissy, but really abrasive green here. It is soft, but then there's something piercing, a green piercing quality to this that I don't enjoy, that I associate with blackcurrant. A little bit of cardamom, a spiciness to it. I do get a musky vibe or envelope to it as well. But yeah, all I'm getting right now is some really dense green aspect, the blackcurrant with a piercing herbal medicinal feel to it. That's all I'm getting right now, with some musks. This is definitely avant-garde for me. This one is pushing for me. But if you like that, I think you're going to enjoy this one. One fragrance that had blackcurrant that didn't work well on my skin was Enchanted Forest by the Vagabond Prince. The blackcurrant there, I don't know why, but it didn't work on my skin. It turned like really pissy and weird. Here it is more on the fresher side. You get almost like a green piercing blackcurrant with some dew on it. There's some freshness to it. It is nice, but I don't see myself wearing this one. So we'll see in the dry down what I get, but I can see my girlfriend enjoying this one. She's a fan of like green foliage fragrances that are have that green abrasive theme. So we'll see what she thinks of this one. But for me, Nebula 2 Karina is too much. Now we're moving on to a sample. This one is Gin Incense, and like the name implies, gonna be ginger and incense, I believe. Okay, all right, so wow, here the ginger is much different than the first one, than Vinegar. Vinegar is much fresher, lighter. Here you can feel the rooty nature. It's like you're taking pretty much a raw, fresh ginger root, and you split it open and you stick it in your nose. You can feel that freshness and then that full body nature here. So the ginger here, it is a little fresh, but it has more body than what is on Vinegar. And then now the incense is starting to come out. Hints of fresh citruses as well. Wow, this is nice. So at the top, all I'm getting is ginger, full-bodied with some incensey accord. I'm not sure it's something that I will want to wear though, because of that ginger being, actually smells like ginger. So I don't know if I want to smell like ginger here, but it's really interesting. Last but not least, we're looking at a Nebula 1 called Oreo, and then you have the picture at the back there. So let's give this a try and then see. Hopefully it's not as abrasive as Nebula 2 with a blackcurrant note. Okay, wow, these are really complex. It's hard to pick up what I'm getting here. Okay. In terms of theme, what I'm getting is a bunch of citruses. I can't pinpoint exactly what type of citrus. They're so soft. They're not zesty per se. More on the fizzy side, soft citruses. And I get a set of musk. Not too dirty, but a little funky musks in here. There's a light fruity accord here. And a little bit of rose, but more like rose water than a full-bodied rose. and it pairs well with the citruses, the herbal accord. Out of the two, Nebula 1 or 2, easily I can, this is gonna be my favorite if I had to choose one. This one is really unique as well, but not as bold and bracing and unique as Nebula 2. This one I might like. We'll see in the dry down what I'm getting. So I'm going to be monitoring these to see if there's any development in the dry down. Again, this is on paper. I'm sure on skin is a little bit different, so I'm going to be doing that as well and come back with full reviews. I'll update you in a little bit on the dry down if anything else happens. So I'm back for updates on the dry down. So starting with my favorite from first impressions here, Vetiver's dry down beautifully. You still get the Vetiver is toned down. You get the woody facets of it. You get the dried apricot-y, floral osmanthus, but then in the dry down you get the addition of earthy, woody, dark, almost smoky facets to it. It's really nice, completely changed with the additions of those tones in the dry down. Really nice. I might need a backup of this if this one works beautifully on my skin. So moving on to my second favorite that dry down beautifully as well is Vinegar, vanilla and ginger, fresh ginger here. The ginger much toned down here, and then I get smooth creamy vanilla with some sweet resins. Benzoin, the myrrh is still there. It's just amazing as well. Really nice ginger backdrop with the vanilla. Beautiful. Again, this one is my favorite based on first impression, not yet on skin, but on paper. Beautiful. And I guess these are gonna evolve better on skin as well. Now my third favorite is Mousse 2, and this one is making me curious about the original mousse. Beautiful. The mossy accords are coming out, a little bit of woody accord as well. The aldehyde is still present. The orangey aldehyde peel accord is still here. The cardamom is still here as well, paired with the oak moss tone, light woody accords there. It tones down the aldehydic facets of this fragrance as well. But if you don't like aldehydes, I don't see yourself enjoying this one, even though the other notes are kind of helping it a little bit. But for me, this is a love as well. So my third favorite from the line, or from the haul that I have here. And then my fourth was gonna be La Colonia. This one's still the same, clean, now lighter than what I got in the opening. Green facet vegetal accord, light cedar wood in the background. That's pretty much it. Like the name is suggestion is like a cologne type of theme here, so I'm not expecting this to be like a strong performer. On to my fifth favorite being Rosina. This one did change beautifully in the dry down with the addition of anise. Not quite as bright as what you get from Lolita Olympica Eau Masculine. Here is more on the balmy, creamy, sweet, licorice-like accord. And then you get vanilla. The myrrh is still there with other sweet resins and a little bit of frankincense in the background. So at number 6 we have Gin Incense, and this one, the ginger, full-bodied. The opening now is toned down, and then I get more of the frankincense accord, and I do get some light woody accords along with some aldehydes and a musky tone to it as well. But I would say the pairing between the ginger and the frankincense is really nice, especially when that tones down. But in the opening, if you like full-bodied, true ginger root-like accords, then you might like this one paired with the incense. In the dry down, you get more of the aldehydes, the woody, and then the musky feel to it. This is well done as well, but it's not something that I can see myself reaching for that often. So at number 7 we have Nebula 1 Oreo, and this one didn't change much. Again, same complexity, hard to get what it is, but the core of it, I'm getting some green accord, green herbal accord, a bunch of citruses that are still here, some woods, rose water accord is still here as well, with some type of sharp red berries. still here. Again, really complex, hard to describe. Not something that I'll reach out for either. Again, this is on paper, so I'm going to test it on skin and see if I get much more than what I'm getting on paper. Last but not least, we have Nebula 2 Karina. And this one, like I've mentioned in the opening, green, bracing, bitter, herbal, blackcurrant accord is still here. I can't pick up much else. It did tone down. And then and underneath that, I get a watery fruit accord, not in a sweet way, almost like a melon accord, watery feel to it. But anything else, I'm not picking it. Maybe some light woods in the background, but because of that leafy green herbal blackcurrant, PC accord, I can't pick up anything else. And like I said, I'm not one to like those type of accord. But then if you love that theme, and then you've tried Enchanted Forest by the Vagabond Prince, and you thought that was tamed, and then you want something bolder, a little bit more interesting, give this one a try. But for me, this one comes last in place. Again, on paper, I'm not sure if on skin the blackcurrant is going to be as amped up as what I got on the paper strips. Maybe other elements will come to life and then make it better, but then so far, based on the paper test, no. It's something that is too bold for me. I don't like green notes, and here it is front and center. So to conclude, this house has definitely some unique offerings. Out of the 8, my top 5 that I've listed here in order are my favorite. I'll be testing them fully and then doing full reviews down the line. But again, if you've tried anything from the house, let me know what you think of it. Again, thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and then take care. Bye.